Fargard 21. 1. Praise of the Holy Bull. 2 and 3. Invocation of rain as a healing power. 4 through 7. Joint invocation with water and light of the sun. I don't know sign language. 8 through 11. Joint invocation addressed with the waters and with the light of the moon. 12 through 17. Joint invocation addressed with the waters and with the light of the stars. Which is the opposite order of the tarot. In the tarot, you have the stars, and then the moon, and then the sun. And 18 through 21, spells against disease. And 1 is called 1 here. Hail, holy bull. I hail to thee, beneficent bull. Hail to thee, who makest increase. Hail to thee, who makest growth. Hail to thee, who dost bestow thy gifts upon the excellent faithful, and who wilt bestow them on the faithful yet unborn. Hail to thee, whom the Gahe kills, and the ungodly Ashbaaga, and the wicked tyrant. And the primal bull, created by Ormaz and killed by Ahriman with the help of the Gahe. The praise, which makes me think that that could be where that comes from in the Enochian Keys. The praise of the Holy Bull serves as an introduction to the praise of the waters. There were old myths in which a cloud was compared to a bull in the atmosphere, from whom rain was supposed to come. And in Persia, they had this myth of the sun bull and the moon bull, and India had some of the same things. So you're going to see some of the things that people treated as gods as, 3 and 9 compromise. 2, 3. Come on, O clouds, along the sky, through the air, down on the earth, by thousands of drops, by myriads of drops. Thus say, O holy Zarathustra, to destroy sickness altogether, to destroy death altogether, to destroy altogether sickness made by the Ga'ene, to destroy altogether the death made by the Ga'ene, to destroy altogether Gabba and Apagadba. 9. If death come at eve, may healing come at daybreak. If death come at daybreak, may healing come at night. If death come at night, may the healing come at dawn. Let showers down new water, new earth, new trees, new health, new healing power. So, after the Ga'ene refers to the Gahe, and then they list illnesses. So, Gava and Apagata are his illnesses. 3a compromises what's called 15, 20, 23, and 27. 15. As the sea, Ba'orukasha, is the gathering place of the waters, rise up, go up the aerial way, and go down on the earth. Go down on the earth, and go up the aerial way. Rise up and roll along. Thou in whose rising and growing Ahura Mazda made the aerial way. 20. Up, rise up, and roll along. Thou swift-horsed sun, up of Hara, Berezaete, and produce light for the world. And mayest thou, O man, rise up there, if thou art to abide in Garom Manem, along with the path made by Mazda, along the way made by the entities, the waterway they opened. 23. And thou shalt keep away the evil by this holy spell. Of thee, O child, I will cleanse the birth and growth of thee, O woman. I will make the body and the strength pure. I make thee a woman rich in children and rich in milk. 27. A woman rich in seed, in milk, and fat, in marrow, and in offspring. I shall make for thee 1,000 springs flow. Run towards the pastures that will give food to the child. I've talked about in one of my seasonals the goat of 1,000 young. So we have that theme coming up there again. But it's better the female. There's 2 words for milk, one referring to the milk of a woman, another to the milk of a cow. Some languages have more words than, and sometimes etymology is different. The holy spell refers to the cleansing and the generative power of the waters. The invocation to Ardvisura, that the waters are supposed to make females fertile as they make the earth. The spell was probably pronounced to facilitate childbirth. And waters and light are believed to flow from the same spring and the same bed as light rises up from the Hara Barazaete Alborz, the mountain by which the earth is surrounded. So waters spring up from it and come back to it. Every day the sun, moon, and stars rise up from Alborz, and every day all the waters on the earth come back together to the sea of Urukasha, and there collected come down again to the earth from the peaks of Alborz. As light comes from the 3 different sources, the sun, moon, and the stars, the waters are invoked 3 times, first in company with the sun, then with the moon, lastly with the stars, and if there should be 3 different movements of the rain connected with the 3 movements of light. Water comes down from the sky to the earth and comes back up from the earth to the sky. And, some things are conditional, like the Garo Namanim abiding, because if a person is righteous or not. 3b compromises what is called 30, 31, 32, and 32 is listed under 10 and 11. 30. As the sea Urukasha is the gathering place of waters, rise up, go up the aerial way, and go down on the earth, and go down on the earth, and go up the aerial way, rise up and rolling along, thou in whose rising and growing Ahura Mazda made the earth. 31. Up, rise up, thou moon, that thou dost keep in thee the seed of the bull, rise up above Hara Barazaete, and produce light for the world. And mayest thou, O man, rise up there, if thou art to abide in Goro Namandim, along the path made by Mazda, along the way made by the holy ones, the watery way they opened. 32. And thou shalt keep away the evil by this holy spell. Of thee, O child, I will cleanse the birth and growth. Of thee, O woman, I will make the body and the strength pure. I make thee a woman rich in children and rich in milk. 32, which is listed as, which is 11. A woman rich in seed and milk and fat and marrow and an offspring, I shall make for thee 1,000 springs flow and run towards the pastures that will give food to the child. And when a bull died, what was bright and strong, and his seed was brought to the sphere of the moon, and when it was cleansed, therein the light of the Astra, 2 creatures were shaped with it, a male and a female, from which came the 272 kinds of animals. 3c compromises what is called 32, 33, 34, and 34 is the number given for 14, 15, and 16, 35 for 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and oh, not seeing, oh, part 4 is just called 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Okay. The number was at the bottom of the page. 32. As the sea for Urukasha is the gathering place of waters, rise up, go up the aerial way, and go down on the earth. Go down on the earth, and go up the aerial way. Rise up, and roll along. Thou, in whose rising and growing, Ahura Mazda made everything grow. Up, rise up, ye stars. Have in you the seed of waters. Rise up above Ahura Berazete, and produce light for the world. And mayest thou, O man, rise up there, if thou art to abide in Garo Namanam, along the path made by Mazda, along the way made by the holy ones, the watery way they opened. Can't help but think that verse is something stellar, right? When Tistria, the storm entity who gives rain, became a star, we thought there was a relation between the stars and the rain. So are we talking about Sirius here? Or some other star, because things happen at different times of year, different areas. 34. And thou shalt keep away the evil by this holy spell of thee, O child. I will cleanse the birth and growth of thee, O woman. I will make the body and the strength pure. I make thee a woman rich in children and rich in milk. 34. A woman rich in seed and milk and fat and marrow and an offspring. I shall make for thee 1,000 springs flow and run towards the pastures that will give food to the child. 34. As the sea of Urukasha is the gathering place of waters, rise up and gather together, go up the aerial way and go down on the earth, go down on the earth and go up the aerial way, rise up and roll along. 35. Up, rise up, away will the kahbuze fly and cry, away will. Yehe, fly and cry, away will. The Gahe, who is addicted to the Yatu, fly and cry. So the evil being addicted to the sorcery, I guess is the idea. 18. I drive away. Ishere. I drive away. Aguere. I drive away. Agra. I drive away Ugra. I drive away sickness. I drive away death. I drive away pain and fever. I drive away Sarana. I drive away Saraste. I drive away Azana. I drive away Azafa. I drive away Kuruga. I drive away Azivaka. I drive away Duruka. I drive away Asta Irya. I drive away the disease, rottenness, and infection which Engra Ma'enu has created by his witchcraft against the bodies of mortals. I drive away all manner of diseases and deaths, all the Yatus and Pa Irikas, and all the wicked Ga'enes. 20, I drive away. 20, yeah, I mean 19 is I drive away to Ga'enes. I drive away all manner of diseases and death and Yatus and Parakas. 20, may the much desired Iryaman come here, for the men and women of Zarathustra to rejoice, for the faithful to rejoice, with the desirable reward that is won by means of the law, and with that boon for holiness that is vouchsafed by Ahura. 21. May the much desired Iryaman smite all manner of diseases and deaths, all the Yatus and Pa Ivrikas, and all the wicked Ga'enes. 22. Yatha ahuva Iryo, the will of the Lord, and so on. Kemna Mazda, whom hast thou placed to protect me, and so on. Ke Verethrem Ga, who is he who will smite the fiend, and so on. 23. Keep us from our hater, O Mazda, and Armaite Spenta. Perish, O fiendish Druid. Perish, O brood of the fiend, perish, O world of the fiend, perish away, O Droog, perish away to the regions of the north, nevermore to give unto death the living world of the Holy Spirit. And so there's two ways to look at this, and I guess it really is a little bit more ambiguous than it may initially seem, that yes, amongst these people before and after Zarathustra, the polytheism of personifications and forces of nature and that sort of thing, and worshipping and treating these things as gods, that did happen. But we can say, well, either this is or it represents a revelation. So therefore what you're doing is you're enacting the myths involved by repeating them. God said to the waters this, and said to the waters this, and these entities said this. So you're not invoking or evoking